Hi, UK here again. And just to show you that, I'm a little bit like a child at heart. Um, if you can, if you don't mind a few germs and things like that, then maybe you could let your kids mould the butter into a shape. I suppose, well, I don't know, maybe you should guess what this is, but maybe I should have done his trunk. Right, there you go, giving it away now. A bit longer. But actually, I've just realised how pliable it is. It's so much fun that you can make interesting African elephants and other things out of it. If you can bear to let your children make things out of it, and then, of course, just knead it back and, just having a bit of fun, just have a bit of fun with it, play about with it, let the kids play about with it, let them join in making things with you, and then they might develop a love of cooking, baking, things like that, homemaking, learning these forgotten skills that, are dormant because we forget how to do things because it's so easy to have everything done for us, to buy something ready-made. I mean, I've been to the shop and grocery store and what have you and seen mashed potato in packets, not the dry stuff, the actual, someone's cooked it in a factory, bunged it in a tinfoil tray, and that's your mashed potato, for something like £1.50 for a tray of mashed potato. You can buy potatoes and mash them yourself with a tiny bit of effort. No offence if you eat mashed potatoes that you purchase ready-made mashed, then that's up to you, it's your life. But these things are quite easy to do, and you've seen how easy it is for me to make the butter. It really is very, very simple to do. Just start somewhere, just start, maybe get some cheap cream like I have. Maybe if you go to a store regularly where you know that they have offers. For example, where I got the cream the other night, I got 5 bags, or was it 6 bags? I think it was 6. Anyway, there were 2.5 kilograms of potato in one bag. And they were reduced to 20 pence a bag from £2 a bag. So I had, well over, probably 15 kilograms of potatoes or something. It's just, for what? For pennies, really. For what, £1.20 or what have you, £1.50 at the most. And what I've actually done is baked the potatoes in the oven and then put them in the freezer. And when I want a jacket potato or what have you, we get out the required amount per person, defrost them and bake them. You can either zap them in the microwave or, just defrost them in the mic or just bake them again from scratch, sort of thing. But they won't need as long. They just need to get to a stage where they're heated through. It's just knowing what to do when you see the offers, really, isn't it? I think, sometimes you think, oh, if only I had the freezer space, or if only I had, storage or what have you elsewhere so that I could buy up things when they're on offer. But with a bit of forward planning, it's really not that difficult to eat quite well, but inexpensively. I mean, where could you get this amount of butter, for example? I don't know if I can show you this now, but over here, this is the butter I've already made. I've still got more to make. It's as heavy as anything. And what I've done, I've just wrapped each patty, each round, into greaseproof paper. And I'm going to freeze them. Look at that, that's just a beautiful piece of butter. Going to freeze all of this in the deep freeze. And then just take one out as and when I need it. I mean, that's just a huge amount of fresh butter that can be frozen now, and that should last months and months and months. And I still got all of that and that and that to make up as well. So, just get out there and see what bargains you can have and have some fun in the kitchen, have some fun and enjoy getting back to the basics of of baking and cooking and using methods that our predecessors made, you know, that they handed down, but have since got lost somewhere, you know, that we don't do these things anymore because it's so convenient to have it already done for us. Well, sometimes you get a lot of pleasure out of doing things from scratch. It's like when you make a meal from scratch, you know, and you just get a big kick out of people appreciating the effort you've put in, the time you've put in, the skill you've used to cook it, etc. There's nothing better than hearing that was a lovely meal, thank you. You know, it's not quite the same as getting a ready meal out of the freezer or what have you. You know, a lot of it has to do with convenience and time restrictions and what have you. I know not everybody can have the time to do these things, but it can give you so much pleasure to make things from scratch and to learn new skills, you know, and it doesn't have to be expensive. I mean, I showed you that the book over here. I can't remember how much it should have been. Let's have a look. It might say front, might say back. Oh, there we go. It should have been £30. I think it was £8. It was on offer on the internet, and I paid no postage for that. So it's a massive book, big, thick, heavy Bible sort of book, and for £8, that's just, you know, going to last for years and years and years. Introduce new ways of cooking, and some might not be for me. Some I might think, nah, you know, I'm not much for offal. I can't imagine that I would really, you know, I just can't imagine that I would want to do things with the intestines of animals and cows' stomachs and things like that. But I might do. I might eventually get my head around the fact that since I eat one part of an animal, excuse me, I may as well use all of it, because then, you know, I'm making good use of the animals that are killed for my benefit. So, I don't know, it's just getting your head around that thing, isn't it? Because when I was little, we didn't have very much money, and Mum used to do her best to cook really nice meals, and she did cook really well, but she used to, when we had liver and onions, I remember I had this big honking piece of liver on my plate, and it had like tubes coming out of it, you know. Like these little pipes, you know, like where obviously, so I don't know, some kind of artery or something, I don't know what goes into a liver. Anyway, these tube pipe thingies, and oh, it's just gross, just the thought of eating offal after that. Ugh, no thanks. Having said that, many years ago, I did make brawn, and that was using the inside of a pig's head. That was only because I was married at the time to an Italian, and his mother used to make all that sort of stuff. And we made salamis and sausages using all sorts of stuff. But they tasted delicious. But that's their that was their tradition and what have you. My family tradition isn't really based around offal, but I believe that it can be very beautiful to eat, you know, very tasty, and it can be presented really well. It's just not my thing. But anyway, kind of went off on a tangent then, didn't I? So, yeah. Oh, look. Food. So, yes, there we go. We've publicised the book, even though, you know, I'm sure she doesn't need any publicity from me. But there we go with the basic concept of making butter. And I hope that some of you will endeavour to do this if you come across reasonably priced cream, double cream. There's nothing else that you need. You only need the double cream and a whisk, or a double cream and a container to shake. And that's it. That's all you need. So, pure unadulterated butter, basically. I mean, you could, thinking off the top of my head, you could flavour it, I suppose now. I might actually do that with some of it. Make garlic butter, because I love making my own garlic bread. So I think I'll add some garlic and herbs and just scrunch it in to make a garlic butter. And then when I want to make garlic bread or garlic flatbreads or anything like that, I can just use the garlic butter. So yeah, I think I'll do that now. So I'm going to stop this now, though, else it won't upload to YouTube. It can only be a certain length, you see. So I hope you've enjoyed the videos, and I hope you'll have a go at doing it yourself. So thanks very much, and don't forget, I love to read your comments, emails, and what have you, and when you've visited the blog, that's a real great kick as well. So thanks for joining me now. Take care. Bye.